Welcome to Classic Game Room, where I bring you the review of the Sega Dreamcast Racing Wheel for driving games like Crazy Taxi 2, which I would hold up and show you right now, except it's duct taped to the playseat. It's my engineering. Duct tape is such a modern miracle of science and technology. It solves just about anything, like getting that Dreamcast Racing Wheel onto your playseat, which you'll want to do to maximize its performance. And I'm not even making that up, it actually works really well, far better than I expected. Because there's a lot of great driving games on the Dreamcast that don't work really well with the Dreamcast controller's thumbstick. And this wheel does the job, except it's really light and slides around on surfaces easily, so you need to bolt it down with duct tape, superglue, bricks, or have a giant monster holding it in place for you as you play it. Whatever works for you or fits your budget, the Dreamcast wheel is an excellent way to avoid oversteer on numerous Dreamcast driving games. As you can see, they leave you a nice spot to insert your Dreamcast VMU card and still enjoy the screen. It's a fine-looking racing wheel with plenty of buttons, and while it's not force feedback, it does actually have some good resistance. Model HKT7430, why aren't you at your post? Because I'm playing Sega Rally 2. This thing does not come with floor pedals for your gas and brake. Instead, you'll use the paddle shifters, which are analog and do the same thing. They actually work pretty well, provided you have this thing bolted down. Otherwise, it will slide around like a car in Sega Rally 2. Some games work better with the wheel than others. To be honest, Sega Rally 2 actually plays better with the controller, because you want a lot of oversteer in this game. For more of these simulation-style driving games, you definitely want the Sega Dreamcast Racing Wheel. When is it not fun to hear that? I figured the whole duct tape thing would be a great joke for the camera, but it's the perfect solution for this wheel, which is light enough to be held in place on a playseat, which is meant for much larger wheels. This works really well for Test Drive Le Mans, one of my favorite driving games on the Dreamcast. Really gotta practice, so just bear with me here. Oh! Get back here, stupid cars. They're cheating. All of them. I'm the only one driving honestly with my Dreamcast Racing Wheel. If you love your Dreamcast, you know there's a slew of good, affordable driving games, many of which are seriously enhanced by this wheel, like Test Drive Le Mans and Monaco Grand Prix. You like how I managed not to crash there? Skill. This game is quite the value. For a whopping $2.50, you can get Monaco Grand Prix, which is kind of like Super Monaco GP on the Genesis, except, well, not at all, but still not that bad. Did they ever make a racing wheel for the Genesis? If not, somebody should. I've used a lot of Dreamcast racing wheels over the years, all of which are cheap and plasticky, and so is this one, but the lack of pedals... You like the irony that I'm driving F1 in a NASCAR playseat? And stability gained when duct taping onto a playseat makes this one the best option by far. The music sucks, but you can turn that off. Checkpoint! I think there's blood on the track there, did you see that? Somebody's brain was... Whoops! The playseat does increase the expense quite a bit, but it's just the perfect size to work with this thing, and a nice roll of duct tape. Oh yeah, this is the way to play this game. Definitely want the Dreamcast wheel for Test Drive Le Mans. You may also be able to get the same effect more affordably by supergluing it onto your coffee table, but I'd really go with the playseat if you're serious. And who isn't serious about Crazy Taxi 2? A game that plays fine with the controller, but even better with the wheel. Hopefully the playseat engineers will see this and realize a potential market waiting to be tapped. Dreamcast racing enthusiasts who are out of duct tape. I've got to give a big Classic Game Room shout out and thank you to a familiar friend, Felicity from Worcestershire, for sending this to the show. How have I lived so long without a Dreamcast racing wheel and playseat duct tape combination? It's like a science experiment that should have failed, but it didn't. Woo! That's not my fault. That's somebody else's fault right there. Really what's most surprising here is how well this works with the playseat and duct tape. It's not sliding around at all. Look at this. Whoa, car in my way. Did I kill him?